It is a moment you can only truly understand once you have lived it, once you have walked through it, once you have felt that crisp, silent embrace. The inaugural snowfall blanketing Stockholm in November. This isn't merely weather. It is an annual transformative pilgrimage, a celestial reset that turns the familiar, bustling cityscape into a hushed, ethereal canvas of possibility, an invitation for us to finally step into the purest expression of Nordic Scandinavian winter style. Forget everything you think you know about surviving the cold. That idea is a worn-out narrative, a myth propagated by those who haven't yet unlocked the sublime secret held within the threads of true Scandinavian layering. This is a bold statement, but hear it now, etched in the very frost we breathe. You are not meant to simply endure the months between now and spring. You are meant to dominate them with an effortless, functional elegance that turns every street corner into a personal runway. Imagine a life where the bitter bite of the wind doesn't dictate your mood or compromise your aesthetic vision, where your outerwear is not a shield of last resort but a deliberate, beautiful statement of intent. The dream here is simple yet profound. To move through this pristine landscape through the historic cobblestone embrace of Gamla Stan, and across the sophisticated, modern plazas of Södermalm, not in bulky, shapeless fabric, but in a meticulously curated silhouette that speaks volumes about your respect for design, function, and the very spirit of lagom, that beautiful, untranslatable concept of just the right amount. This is the promise we are here to fulfill, to decode the exact sartorial DNA of the Swede who navigates this city on its first snowy day in 2025, revealing the core principles that transcend mere trends and establish a timeless, enviable style. We are going to deconstruct the myths of high-cost, high-fashion, proving that the secret lies in texture, proportion, and mindful investment, not in fleeting logos. We will show you how that single, perfectly weighted cashmere scarf or that structured, wide-lapelled wool coat becomes a piece of personal architecture, the foundation of your winter style legacy. This is your personal invitation to stop chasing winter fashion and start setting the standard for it. This isn't a passive lookbook, it is an active mastery. So, as the first flakes descend, settle in, warm up your favorite Nordic tea, and prepare to embark on this journey with USA Journey to elevate your entire approach to the coldest, and yet most beautifully dressed, season. If you are ready to trade your cold weather woes for genuine, unforced elegance, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button to tell us you ray with us, and drop a comment below letting us know what your biggest winter fashion challenge is. Your transformation begins right now, under the silent magic of Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025. This is where style meets substance, where function becomes form, and where the fantasy of Nordic living becomes your everyday reality. There is no going back to the days of being underdressed or overbundled, only forward to a new era of cold weather confidence. The moment is now. The cornerstone of truly successful cold weather dressing, the philosophical anchor of the entire Nordic Scandinavian winter style movement, is the concept of lagom. It is an ideology, a principle of balanced sufficiency that permeates everything from Swedish furniture design to their approach to personal finance. And nowhere is its influence more beautifully executed than in their foundational winter wardrobe. This concept directly translates into an absolute, non-negotiable rejection of the unnecessary, a deep-seated appreciation for the core pieces that serve multiple purposes with quiet, unpretentious efficiency. Our journey into the retention sequence begins here, by stripping away the noise and focusing intensely on the initial layers that truly make or break your comfort and your silhouette on a day like Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025. We are talking about the essential foundations, the thermal base layers, not the bulky, athletic kind, but the fine-gauge merino wool or luxurious silk blends that sit almost invisibly against the skin, providing maximum thermal regulation without adding a single millimeter of visual bulk. This is the difference between feeling tightly restricted and feeling freely, naturally insulated. The next layer, the mid-layer, is where the structural integrity of the outfit is born. Think of a slightly oversized, yet tailored, poplin shirt, or a finely knit, crewneck sweater in a neutral hue like slate gray, oat, or charcoal. The magic lies in the subtle differences in texture and shade between these layers. A slight variation in the white of your t-shirt base, and the cream of your wool sweater creates depth, a complexity that is infinitely more interesting than a flat, single block of color. It is in this meticulous selection of basics that the enduring quality of Scandinavian style is proven. They invest in the finest quality they can afford for these foundational pieces, because they know these garments will bear the brunt of the cold, provide the necessary structure, and form the canvas for every subsequent layer. The Scandi wearer understands that a cheap, pilling sweater immediately drags down the entire aesthetic, whereas a single, high-quality cashmere blend knit elevates even the simplest denim or trouser. It is an exercise in conscious consumption, an aesthetic choice that reflects an ethical consideration. Buy fewer, buy better, and buy pieces that will last season after season, echoing the inherent sustainability of the lifestyle. This focused attention on quality and neutrality ensures that every piece can be mixed and matched, creating a highly versatile wardrobe that feels fresh and sophisticated every single day of the cold season. An ultimate display of thoughtful simplicity as the snow continues to fall silently over the modern streets of Södermalm. The visual and tactile success of the Nordic Scandinavian winter style hinges on one crucial, often overlooked element: the masterful interplay of textures. When the world outside becomes a monochrome palette of white snow and gray ski, a phenomenon perfectly captured during Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025, color ceases to be the primary tool of expression. Instead, the well-dressed Stockholm resident turns to the inherent richness of fabric to convey complexity, depth, and luxury. Our scene is the labyrinthine, ancient streets of Gamla Stan, where the vibrant ochres, deep reds, and forest greens of the historic buildings provide a powerful, yet contained, contrast to the muted elegance of the winter outfits. This juxtaposition is key. Imagine the visual weight of a deeply ribbed, heavy-gauge wool turtleneck peeking out from beneath the sharp line of a brushed, almost matte, cashmere blend coat. The contrast between the matte finish of the coat and the plush softness of the knit is palpable, adding a dynamic, three-dimensional quality to the ensemble that a single fabric could never achieve. This is not about being subtle, it is about being rich. Further augmenting this textural symphony are the mid-layers, perhaps a pair of wide wale corduroy trousers material that inherently catches the low winter light in a compelling, tactile wear, an unexpected pop of quilted nylon used as an inner liner for a jacket, introducing a subtle, sporty sheen. Even accessories play their part. A rough-spun alpaca wool scarf draped effortlessly over a smooth, leather glove adds another layer to this intricate fabric narrative. The eye is constantly engaged, moving from the smooth leather of a sturdy boot to the uneven knit of a hand-knitted beanie, then settling on the sharp, crisp line of a tailored trouser. This is the advanced level of Nordic layering, treating each garment not just as a piece of clothing, but as a textural brushstroke on a larger canvas, ensuring that even in shades of beige and black, the outfit is anything but boring. The careful layering of these different material weights, from the finest silk base to the heaviest melton, wool outer, is also the secret to perfect thermal regulation, allowing the wearer to effortlessly move from the freezing exterior of Gamla Stan to the warm, small, inviting interior of a classic Stockholm calf without overheating, thus perfectly embodying the functional elegance of true Nordic Scandinavian winter style. The outer layer, the coat or jacket, is the undisputed hero of the Nordic Scandinavian winter style narrative, especially on a momentous day like Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025. It is the garment that defines the wearer's silhouette and makes the ultimate statement, functioning as both a shield against the elements and the primary focal point of the entire ensemble. What sets the Scandinavian approach apart is the deliberate, often dramatic, manipulation of proportion. The current and enduring trend leans heavily towards the oversized, but critically, this is an intentional oversizing, not merely ill-fitting bulk. We are looking at coats with broad, slightly dropped shoulders, a generous cut through the body that allows for the necessary, complex layering beneath, the very foundation of our style philosophy, and often, a length that falls mid-calf or even touches the ankle. This extended length is crucial. It grounds the look, adding an air of dramatic sophistication that effortlessly elevates the casualness of a sweater and jeans. Consider the two major silhouettes dominating the streets: the beautifully tailored, wide-lapelled wool coat, often double-breasted, which introduces a masculine, structured sharpness, and the meticulously designed puffer coat, which replaces the cliched, Michelin man look with a sleek, architecturally quilted structure, often featuring a subtle belt or a cinched waistline to prevent the loss of all shape. The color is almost universally muted camel, forest green, deep navy, or the classic charcoal ensure versatility and longevity. This commitment to the perfect silhouette means that even when bundled, the wearer retains a sense of controlled volume and vertical line. It's a trick of the eye. The generous cut suggests comfort and warmth, while the sharpness of the lapel, the cut of the shoulder, and the length all work in concert to elongate and refine the figure, creating an effect that is both immensely practical for navigating the slushy pathways around Stockholm City Hall and undeniably chic for an evening out. This is where the style truly earns its reputation, where function is not a compromise but the very source of the form's elegance. The choice of outerwear is the final, most impactful step in mastering the complex dance of Nordic Scandinavian winter style. In the cold, clinical light of Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025, the outfit story is often completed, and its personality most vividly expressed through its accessories. If the coat is the architecture of the look, the accessories are the hygge, that essential sense of warmth, coziness, and well-being infused into the design. They are the crucial bridge between pure function and personal flair, the elements that prevent a meticulously layered, yet neutral, outfit from feeling too cold or impersonal. The scarf is perhaps the most potent accessory in the Nordic arsenal. Forget thin, decorative silk. We are talking about oversized, blanket-like proportions in thick, luxurious materials like brushed alpaca or lamb's wool. The scarf's drape is everything. It should be thrown on with an air of studied nonchalance, looped once, tied simply, or most typically, draped long over the shoulders, extending past the coat's hemline. This dramatic length is both a functional shield and a powerful vertical element that visually lengthens the body. Complementary to the scarf are the essential pieces of headwear and hand protection. Beanies, or MS-sore, are ubiquitous, but the Scandinavian version is typically a fine-gauge knit in a neutral shade, black, navy, or a deep hunter green, without a visible logo or overly bulky structure, maintaining a sleek profile that doesn't disrupt the overall sophistication of the coat's silhouette. Gloves are generally high-quality leather or suede, providing a sharp contrast in texture to the wool of the coat and scarf, ensuring warmth without sacrificing the clean lines of the outfit. Finally, the subtle inclusion of a high-quality leather tote or a structural crossbody bag, worn over the coat, grounds the look in practicality, perfectly balancing the tactile softness of the wools with the crispness of the leather. These small, deliberate choice, the texture of a mitten, the color of a beaniere, the secret sauce, the final layer of detail that transforms an excellent outfit into a definitively Scandinavian one, showcasing that effortless blend of functionality and beauty that defines true Nordic Scandinavian winter style, even as one is spotted moving quickly through the snow-dusted avenues of Stockholm. The true test of any winter style philosophy, and a point where many international fashionista attempts falter, is the practical, yet style-conscious, choice of footwear for snow-covered and icy streets, a reality that hits hard during Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025. The Scandinavian mandate is clear. Absolute functionality must be met with uncompromising aesthetic quality. There is simply no room for flimsy, purely decorative shoes when navigating the unpredictable terrain around the cobblestone walkways of Gamla Stan and the slick, frozen waterfront near Stockholm City Hall. The footwear must be a fortress for the feet, yet appear streamlined and sophisticated. The dominant choice is the sturdy, well-designed leather boot. This includes sleek, minimalist leather hiking boots, often a chunky lug sole in black or dark brown, or the enduringly popular Chelsea boot, but always with a thick, robust rubber sole that provides essential grip and insulation from the frozen ground. The key feature is the height. Boots must be ankle-high or slightly taller to protect against snow ingress and keep the ankles warm, thereby significantly increasing overall thermal comfort. Crucially, the leather must be high quality and, ideally, weatherproofed or treated to withstand the salt and moisture that inevitably comes with slush. The silhouette is generally clean and unfussy, with minimal hardware or excessive detailing, allowing the quality of the material and the purposeful structure of the sole to speak for themselves. The fashion-forward element comes in the way the boots are integrated into the wider silhouette. A dark, substantial boot provides a powerful anchor to the light, often elongated lines of the coat, creating a satisfying visual weight that balances the oversized outerwear. When the need for absolute warmth and waterproof capability is paramount, a beautifully designed snow boot from a respected Nordic brand, often with a subtle blend of leather and technical fabric, takes precedence, but the commitment to a clean, non-clunky silhouette remains absolute. This dedication to pairing uncompromising practicality with elegant, enduring design is the signature of the Nordic Scandinavian Winter Style approach to conquering the cold from the ground up, ensuring that every step is both secure and stylish. The palette of Nordic Scandinavian Winter Style is a deliberate, highly sophisticated reflection of the natural environment, a mastery of muted tones that feels entirely appropriate for the hushed, low-light atmosphere created by Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025. This is not a rebellion against color, but a considered appreciation for the subtlety of the monochrome and near-monochrome spectrum. The foundation of almost every successful Scandinavian winter outfit rests on the trifecta of neutral tones: black, charcoal gray, and various shades of oat, cream, and camel. The goal is to build an ensemble from pieces that are tonally related but not perfectly matched, allowing the differences in texture, as we discussed earlier, to provide all the necessary visual interest. Imagine a look composed of a cream merino knit, a pale gray trouser, and a light camel coat, a symphony of warm, gentle neutrals that feels instantly calming, luxurious, and infinitely wearable. This approach ensures maximum interchangeability. Any piece can be paired with almost any other, simplifying the morning routine and guaranteeing a sophisticated outcome every time. However, the Scandi wardrobe is not without its moments of visual punctuation. Against the vast expanse of white snow and muted buildings, a single, deliberate pop of color can have a profound impact. This is not achieved through loud patterns or clashing brights, but through the singular, focused use of a deep, saturated shade. A moss green sweater, a rich burgundy beanie, or a pair of tailored trousers in a dark, dusty blue. These colors are chosen because they harmonize with the natural winter light, providing a welcome depth without ever feeling jarring or out of place. This controlled use of color is a key distinguishing feature, a demonstration of confidence that doesn't require shouting to be heard. It is the art of restraint, allowing the shape, the fabric, and the proportion of the garment to speak before the color does, ensuring that the wearer embodies the quiet, sophisticated power of the Nordic Scandinavian winter style. A true style lesson in less is more aesthetics, seen across the city's snow-covered landscape. Even in the context of the everyday, the Nordic Scandinavian winter style maintains a ready capability for moments requiring a touch more formality, a quality perfectly showcased in the area around Stockholm City Hall, by the waterfront, a site often frequented by professionals and those attending significant events, a reality unchanged even on a day of transition like Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025. The functional elegance required here necessitates a subtle shift in layering, moving from the purely tactile comfort of casual wools to the clean, structured lines of tailored pieces, without sacrificing a single degree of warmth. The core change is in the mid-layer. Instead of a chunky knit, the focus shifts to finely woven merino wool suits or separates, perhaps a tailored, wide-leg trouser paired with a thin-gauge turtleneck that functions as a sophisticated, warm replacement for a traditional shirt. The blazer or jacket remains crucial, but now it is often constructed from a heavier weight wool or a subtle Prince of Wales check, providing both insulation and a sharper, more formal structure. The outerwear, the star of the show, must be impeccably tailored, a classic trench coat made of waterproof gabardine lined with substantial wool, or a double-breasted coat with sharp, defined lapels and an unbelted, streamlined cut. The secret to maintaining that Scandi cool during a formal moment is the element of controlled imperfection. The coat should still be slightly oversized, the scarf should still be draped with a hint of studied casualness, and the color palette should remain anchored in sophisticated neutrals like navy, black, and charcoal. Footwear adapts to sleeker leather Chelsea boots or even a well-maintained dress boot with a robust sole. The overall impression is one of quiet, unimpeachable confidencia look that respects the formality of the setting while remaining entirely practical for navigating the cold, damp, yet picturesque waterfront. This segment proves that the fundamental principles of Nordic Scandinavian winter style are robust enough to transition seamlessly from a casual walk through a snowy park to a high-level business engagement, confirming its status as a truly versatile and elevated cold-weather aesthetic. The intellectual heart of the Nordic Scandinavian winter style is undeniably the ethos of sustainability and an unwavering commitment to quality over quantity, a philosophy that finds its most vibrant, conscious expression in the creative, often ethically minded districts like Södermalm. This is not just a trend, it is a moral and aesthetic foundation that drives all purchase decisions, a concept that feels especially poignant against the pristine, untouched beauty of Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025. The Swedes, and the inhabitants of Stockholm in particular, are masters of the slow fashion movement, understanding that the most sustainable garment is the one you already own or the one that is built to last a lifetime. Every piece we have discussed at high-quality merino base, the robust wool coat, the leather boots with lug-soles is inherently an investment piece, designed to withstand the harsh northern climate and the test of time, both physically and stylistically. In Södermalm, this commitment translates into a deep appreciation for independent, ethically sourced brands, vintage finds, and pieces made from recycled or innovative sustainable materials. The style here is often characterized by a more relaxed, perhaps slightly more utilitarian silhouette, still layered, but with a palpable focus on textural interest derived from natural fiber sun-dyed wools, organic cottons, and linens layered beneath heavier outerwear. The color palette often leans towards earth tones and deep, organic hues that reflect a connection to nature. This mindset is the antithesis of fast fashion. It is about cultivating a small, but perfectly formed wardrobe where every piece has a purpose and a story, minimizing environmental impact while maximizing style mileage. This commitment to conscious consumption is what gives the Nordic Scandinavian winter style its enduring power and its authentic, non-performative elegance. It's a statement that says, "My style is timeless, my materials are chosen with care, and my wardrobe is an act of deliberate, long-term intention." It is a profound lesson that extends beyond fashion, reminding us that true value lies in durability and thoughtful design, a powerful message resonating across the snow-dusted, trendy streets of this forward-thinking district. As the short, intense daylight of a northern November day begins its swift retreat, transitioning into the soft, blue-hued glow of late afternoon during Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025, the requirements of Nordic Scandinavian winter style shift slightly to accommodate the changing light and the need for a seamless transition from day to evening. This is a crucial moment for layering, where the initial structure of the day's outfit must prove its versatility. The core principle here is the art of the subtle removal or addition that dramatically alters the look without requiring a complete change. For example, the removal of the heavy, oversized outer coat might reveal a mid-layer that is already a complete, sophisticated look perhaps, a tailored, unstructured wool blazer worn over the foundational knit, or a sharp, dark jumpsuit beneath a lighter, structured jacket. The scarf, previously draped for maximum warmth, might be neatly tied, or perhaps removed entirely and replaced with a piece of subtle structural jewelry that catches the low interior light. Furthermore, this is the time for a subtle shift in accessories and makeup. A change in lipstick color from a muted nude to a deep berry, or the addition of a sleek, structural pair of earrings, instantly transitions the look from functional daywear to late afternoon chic. Crucially, the footwear remains the sameth practicality of the well-soled boot is non-negotiable, but the overall visual focus moves from the imposing mass of the coat to the finer details of the inner layers. The use of texture becomes even more important indoors. The light catches the subtle sheen of silk or the complex weave of a balcony knit, adding richness in the absence of harsh daylight. This seamless adaptation, the ability of the same core outfit to serve multiple functions throughout a demanding, cold day, is the ultimate testament to the intelligent design of Nordic Scandinavian winter style, demonstrating that true elegance is never about compromise, but about intelligent, versatile construction that holds up from the morning commute to the evening's gathering. We have traversed the snowy streets of Gamla Stan, analyzed the elegant professionalism near Stockholm City Hall, and absorbed the ethical chic of Södermalm, all under the enchanting, transformative blanket of Stockholm's first snowfall of November 2025. What you have witnessed is more than just fashion. It is a profound lesson in living, a masterclass in how to combine absolute function with timeless form, creating a style that is both deeply personal and universally admired. The Nordic Scandinavian winter style is not a passing trend you observe. It is a carefully curated legacy you adopt. It's the confidence derived from knowing that your clothes are built to last, designed to protect, and chosen to reflect a conscious, sophisticated sensibility. This is the moment to put away the bulky, shapeless garments of winter's past and step boldly into the light, embracing lagom and the power of textural layering. Your winter-style journey, your commitment to quality over quantity, starts right now with the knowledge you have gained in these 11 detailed segments. Remember the hook. You are not meant to survive the winter. You are meant to own it with style. This season, let your coat be your statement, your textures be your language, and your footprint in the snow be a testament to intentional, effortless elegance. Now, if this deep dive has inspired you to completely rethink your cold weather wardrobe, if it has given you the courage to invest in quality and embrace the true beauty of winter, we want to hear from you. The community we are building here is dedicated to elevated, mindful style. Don't forget to hit that like button to show your appreciation for the secrets of Stockholm streets. Subscribe for more transformative fashion analysis, and most importantly, drop a comment below and tell us which piece of oversized coat, the chunky scarf, or the lug-sole bootie you are going to invest in first to begin your own Nordic Scandinavian winter style legacy. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Go forth and conquer the cold with unparalleled style. The winter is yours.